to follow. There are a list of things to check off to say that you haven't done these things or you don't do these things, and you're all right. But see, that's not who God is. Sometimes, I don't want to say it, but sometimes we do. We create God in our own image. And that's not who God is. You see, we are to run this race and run it with patience. And when you run the race in any stage of life, there'll be hindrances to you. God made a way of escape. And he said who he was in his word, in his love letter to us. And in those commandments that he gave Moses, he gave them out of love. I'm going to read one to you. And it's the first one. It's plain and simple. In Exodus chapter 20, verse 2, it says, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Verse 3 says, thou shalt have no other God before me. Thou shalt have no other God before me. It sounds like a command. Listen, I don't want you to have any other God before me. But God said that out of love. He said, listen, children, if you will never have any other gods, small g, if you won't worship any other gods, you can have me. That's a God of love. See, people think it's a rule that you're not to have any other gods. God said, no, have any other gods, and you can have me. The God. See, that's how much God loved us. He wrote his love letter. And that's who God is. Don't make him to be a God that you think he is. Find out who he really is for yourself. That you can run the race with patience. That you can run this race that you're on knowing who God is and knowing he'll be there for you. He made a way when there was no way. He loved you so much that he sent his son. That right there says how much he loves you. Can the men come forward as we receive our morning tithes and offering? We just borrow in the word of prayer. God, you love us so much that you've given us these commands. And you've given us your whole love letter. God, and you said that if we would have no other gods before you, that we could have you. God, we desire to have you. God, we need you to run this race. God, we need to be in fellowship with you. Even in this area of tithes and offerings, God, we need you. Because we can't carry this burden alone. And we weren't meant to carry it alone. God, so we take these tithes and these offerings and give them back to you. Say, you are our God. God, you first love us, but we love you. And this is the way we show it, God. God, have your way in our lives. Help us to run this race. Help us to keep other gods out of our life and keep you in the center of our life. God, bless this offering. Bless those that give. Bless those that wanted to give, but for some unknown reason, God, weren't able today. God, make that way for them. Lord, I pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Woo, hey, do you ever get tired? It seems like the more time-saving device